Hello, my name is Nellie Galindo. Today I am making a video for my psychology child development class. We were asked to research and speak on child abuse and neglect. We're going to touch on a few topics, and then at the end I will share what I believe is the best option or how to avoid giving a neglect or abuse situation to a child for parents and caregivers. The first question that we're going to touch on is, what does optimal development look like? I do have a few sources that I'm going to share throughout from my research. The first one is from World Health Organization. They did some research on abuse and neglect, and they also did an article on what optimal development looks like, and I guess that's where I got this research, and I think it'd be great for me to share that with you just to lay the foundation. So they said that to grow and develop optimally, children need to receive nurturing care. This means that they enjoy adequate nutrition and good health. They feel safe and secure, and they have opportunities for learning starting from birth. Universally, children need clean air, clean water, and clean sanitation. And they also need safe places to play and explore and to learn. The next question is, what populations and ages are at the greatest risk for abuse and neglect? First, I would like to share that the National Children's Alliance did a beautiful research page on this topic specifically. So first I want to touch on how big is the problem of child abuse. The National Children's Alliance has estimated that 1 in 4 girls in the US have been through child abuse, 1 in 13 boys, and 1 billion children globally are estimated to have experienced sexual violence. The next topic on this question is, how does child abuse affect a child? Child abuse can affect the mind, body, and future. It can lead to substance abuse or risky behaviors in the sexual or violent nature. Lastly, on this topic, who is more vulnerable? So really, it can affect any background, any and every. 15% of all victims are within their first year of life, and 27% are no more than 2 years old. I also want to share that although I did say that it is every background, of course there's statistics, and statistic is that mostly BIPOC people are most vulnerable. American Indian or Alaska Native have the highest rate of victimization at 14.3 per 1,000 children. So what are the risk factors for child abuse and neglect? And which demographic is most vulnerable? The CDC says that risk factors for child abuse can be or are caregivers who have drug or alcohol issues, mental health issues, not understanding what a child needs for adequate development, families who are experiencing other types of violence, like relationship violence. These kind of atmospheres can give a big potential for child abuse and neglect. Also, cultural attitudes play a big part. Some people grow up and they're taught that they're supposed to parent a certain way, and it just carries down generations. So which demographic is most vulnerable? It's usually young children, as stated before. Children with disabilities and children who are in foster care are the biggest demographic. The children in foster care experience a lot of instability. They're usually passed around from house to house or from facility to facility, and a lot of the times they come with previous trauma. Next, we're going to touch on what factors should parents focus on in order to help their children develop a secure bond and a healthy relationship with caregivers. Consistency, being consistent with routines and how you respond to any expressions they give you or questions, being responsive to their needs, engaging emotionally and showing warmth, validating feelings, encouraging expression, letting them feel the feelings of anger, letting them feel the feelings of sadness. Letting a child feel those things and learn how to deal with these feelings is very important. actively listening to their needs and wants, and when they're even just coming to you to share information, just being there and actively listening helps. Spending time together, like creating family traditions, or going on walks, going camping, going on that family trip once a year, praising their efforts and achievements. We as humans we do things based on what we get in return. So making them feel like their achievement or their effort was amazing and that they're cherished for it, it makes them feel like they want to do it again, and we need to encourage that. Providing structure, like providing consistent expectations and boundaries, disciplining with love, so you would teach rather than punish, encourage exploration so they can gain a sense of independence, teach problem solving. This helps them with their confidence as a child and in their adult lives. Encourage connections with others, and model self-care. Giving them a safe place is the ultimate thing that they need while they are growing up and developing into adults who need to be integrated into society. Another thing in my research I've found is that a lot of parents or caregivers are scared to ask for support, but you shouldn't hesitate. So last but not least, we're going to touch on what are the most effective interventions for stopping and or preventing child abuse and neglect. So organizations like the CDC and Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families say simple support can be the best way to prevent child abuse and neglect. And this looks like after-school activities, making sure that they're engaging with peers and engaging with sports or music, just anything that they may be interested in. Any parent education classes that a parent or caregiver can take can really help, because it can teach you what a child needs and what you need to present and look like to that child for that child to develop into a healthy adult. Again, validating feelings, offer emotional and physical support, get help mentally if you have some things going on. Seeing someone to talk about it is very important so you're able to give the adequate care needed for the child's development. And again, the very last thing is raising a child can be very challenging, but you need to ask for help when you need it. So that was my video for today. I hope it was very informative for any parents or caregivers that watch it. I will be putting all my sources for any information in the video down below in the description box. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to reply. And yeah, I hope it was informative, and I hope you have an amazing day.